Barbie, you so dumb.
Cuties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, if you're not, welcome back, boobies. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the outfit because I'm not gonna wear the outfit with y'all. I don't want it to get dirty. And you hang up your clothes in the closet. I usually don't, but I don't want it to get wrinkly, you know. So this the top, this the purse, right? Oh. And then this is the skirt. Isn't it so cute? It's a little puffer skirt, but then I added these little things. Last week, baby, I was busy doing arts and crafts. Like, when I say arts and crafts, I was busy doing that because I knew Fashion Week. And I knew I wanted that on there. But that, whatever, I like the little, like, flower pearl things that I put on the, I'm using the, CeraVe. But the flower pearl things that I put on there, originally I wanted to put it on my birthday hat because I had already made my birthday hat. And I was like, oh, I'm about to eat my birthday. Yum, 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 yum. Chef Boyardee, this shit is good, you know? But then when I had got it, I was like, oh, this is cute. And then my accessories were pearls for like the whole like football look. And I was like, oh, bitch, yeah, never mind. Backtrack. Let's put it on the skirt. Because the skirt, I don't know, it was looking a tad bit bland to me. No, I'm not gonna show y'all my hat. I'm gonna edit that video last. Like, y'all ain't gonna see it till like late October. Y'all will not steal my birthday look. Can't no bitch steal my birthday look. That's why I just sometimes I don't be posting stuff right away. Cause you can't outdo the doer. We know who the fuck the real blueprint is. Yeah, so boom, let's talk about yesterday because yesterday was the fashion show. You're like, where the fuck you going? My bad, I'm so rude. On the way to a photo shoot. But last we talked, we was going to the fashion show because I was walking in it. But I was like, baby, this ass. I don't know what my designer gonna do with all this ass. That's what I was thinking, right? I was like, oh, this ass right there. I don't know what she gonna do for real. I hope she got something. Whole time, this ass was gonna be the reason I didn't walk. I gave make this shit up. I almost cried. I promise y'all. And this is no disrespect to my designer. I promise y'all. I loved my fucking designer. Like she was so chill. She was laid back. And it wasn't her. It was this ass. It wasn't me. It wasn't her. It was this ass. And this ass was gonna stop me from doing it. So boom, we get there. It was a vibe. We checked it, everything, you know, all that good stuff. Y'all, what in the world? I was in the changing room because she was trying to dress me. Like this outfit that she gave me, it was super cute. And then like I ended up changing, long story short and short story long. When I had finally got like my final set outfit, because you know you gotta dress everybody, and if something don't work out for someone, it's just like, okay, you take that off, you know, switch, and just, you know, it gets pretty hectic in the changing room. I know she was probably stressed. Yeah, she was probably stressed. I would have been stressed. But for the most part, I'm over here like still waiting, and I like nothing like impatiently waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting, like chilling, because like I understand she probably stressed as fuck. Like I'm not tripping. And she was so kind, y'all. She was such a nice girl. Well, lady. She was such a nice lady. I loved my group. My group of models, they were so turned. Like, they was just so turned. I love that group. Oh, they were so lit. Every outfit she put me in, there was this one dress that she had. And baby, when I say, like, Mona Lisa, not Mona Lisa, Marilyn Monroe. If I had, like, a vibe, the block vibe, oh, I would have ate that bitch up. Give me some red lips. I would have ate that bitch up. Screw delete. I'm shy. I would have ate that bitch up. So, and you like, why didn't you? Bitch, these thighs. It was just something, very much something, okay? So, boom, I didn't get that dress. And I'm looking at the mirror if you're wondering. So, like, I didn't get the dress because it stopped at the thighs. And I was like, damn, I would have looked so fucking cute. I'm in the changing room, and she gives me, like, this black dress. And that black dress is what I end up wearing. Don't get me wrong, I always wanted to have these problems, you know? Like, I can't fit in my stuff. I gotta dance in it. Yes, that's the type of problems I want, but not right now. Not right now. Be for real. This is not the time nor the place to be acting a fool. I really, literally acting an ass. Okay. So, boom, the dress gets stopped at my thighs. And while I'm in the changing room, I hear, I don't know if it was her or somebody else, but they was like, I don't think I have anything that can fit you, so I don't think I can use you. And at that fucking moment, I knew this just had no choice but to get up this ass. Cause look, listen. Bitch, I'm from along the way. I had a hop, skip, jump to get here. Hotel booked. And then to top it off, like, I booked the hotel ahead of time, but then when I get here, they talk about something, we need a $300 deposit. For fucking what? For what? I mean, I understand what it's for. Like, if you break anything, blase, blase, blase. But for the most part, like, I prepaid for the hotel, so I wouldn't. It's hard to budget. I'm really trying to be a budgeting girl, like, and it's hard to budget when, like, random things pop up. I don't like random pop-ups unless I'm receiving the money. I don't like random pop-ups where I have to give the money. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's very much refundable, but it's just like, damn, I think y'all should have wrote that on the booking website or something, Plus, like, I'm Ubering everywhere. I did account for Ubering because, like, babe, I don't know how to work the trains. And keep in mind, like, when I say I don't know how to work the trains, it's the funniest thing. I met somebody yesterday who taught me how to work the trains, and I didn't know my iPhone could tell me where to go. I ain't never gonna get lost again in New York. I probably might get a little lost. To be honest, every time I'm here, I'm in, like, Manhattan, so I know the Manhattan area. Everything outside of Manhattan, what the fuck? You like where you at right now? I'm in New Jersey, but, like, over the bridge, New Jersey, like outskirts New Jersey, like very much close. So boom, when I tell you I started dancing in the dress, but I wanted to, like, gently dance in the dress because, girl, you squeaking louder than my chair at home. Calm down. Like, cheek. This is not your show. But yeah, so for the most part, when I had heard if nothing can fit you, I don't think I could use you. Like I told you, I'm from along the way, so that's not gonna work. I can't. I paid too much. I paid way too much to not be used. I don't like to be used, but this time, use the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? So the dress itself hugs your waist, but my waist and my butt, not the same proportion. So I knew that it would be able to fit my waist, cause, and you like, how did you know it was gonna fit your hips? Because, like, when I was sliding it up I was like, I stepped foot in it. So it's like when I was sliding it up, I had enough, like, room at the hip part. I knew I had enough room at the hip part because I could see it on the dress. Like, I just had to get the waist past the ass. And that's where the art came in. And when I tell you I was jumping, skipping, hopping, baby, I was pulling stunts. You would think I was in some type of Olympics. I don't know what Olympics is, but baby, I was in the Olympics. Okay. Slap me with the break dances. Except not the one from Australia. No shade, no tea, Miss Ma'am. But I don't know what you was doing. I ain't even watched the Olympics, but I don't know what you was doing. I saw a few clips. When it comes to breakdancing, I've seen some good breakdancing. Like, I told you, I went to a pretty diverse school, and, like, we would have people with breakdancing in the hallways. Baby, I know breakdancing when I see breakdancing. I don't know what Miss Ma'am from Australia was doing. I ain't judging though. If you like it, I love it. But they had said she had did what she had did because she wanted to be the one to do it. They had said Miss Ma'am wanted to, like, like, she had other good break dancers over there in Australia, but she turned everybody down so she could be able to carry herself to the finish line. And that's what they had said. Don't get me gossiping. But yeah, so, like, I finally danced my way into the dress, y'all. And when I tell you I was deep, one of the other models told me, like, go over the head. Over the head didn't work. Over the head didn't work because, like, my makeup, I was terrified that my makeup, and then, like, I don't know, I don't know. I felt sexy. I'm not gonna hug it. I felt real sexy. But as soon as she opened up a website and put that dress on there, I'm buying that damn dress. Because when I tell you I felt sexy. Like, oh, baby, you came through. But yeah, all in myself, it was cool. I met some new people. Made some new friends. I was like, I'm not a social butterfly. I'm really not. I'm shy. I promise. I'm a shy girl. But when it comes down to it, no matter how shy you are, bitch, when it comes to networking, you can't be shy. unshy yourself. And that's what I had to learn that real quickly. And then I was getting, cause I was waiting for my Uber, cause I told you I Ubered everywhere. And every single time I'm in New York, I stop at one of the food trucks. I get the same thing damn near every single time. I'm one of those people, like, I'm comfortable with ordering what I order. So I'm not gonna, like, change it, you know, unless, like, something's new or somebody recommends something to me. But if you recommend something to me, like, I gotta try it, let me taste your plate. And if you don't got a plate, it's like, damn, I gotta trust your taste buds. Which is very nerve wracking. Like, I gotta trust that you know what you talk about. It's scary. So when it comes down to it, I order my usual. If you know, you know. J-Lo for this. I'm so sorry. She said, if you know, you know. Oh my God, that girl is a whole key for real, baby. When I saw that video, I was bawling, laughing in my room because I don't know. I've been to New York a few times and I don't know. Oh my gosh. So boom, I ordered my usual, right? And I'm waiting for my Uber while I'm ordering my usual. Now, traffic is so bad because, you know, everybody ordering their Uber or they, like, making their ways to the trains or whatever. But it's, like, all in all, and stuff. It's hectic. So, did I pay a hefty fee to get back home to my hotel? I did. I understand. You know, high demand. I understand up their price. But, baby, it's me. It's me. It's me. Like, come on now. Why y'all acting like I don't use y'all's service? Where's my loyalty discount? Like, at this point, for real, where's my loyalty discount? Y'all, I didn't even leave y'all for Lyft yet. You know what I mean? I need a loyalty discount to feel cherished. Something. I felt so fucking sexy. Oh, that dress is just, chef's kisses. But I'm not gonna hold y'all right now. All I really want is some lemon pepper chicken. All I really want is some lemon pepper chicken and a burrito. If you know, you know. Like, a burrito. My chef, as soon as I get back, sir, I'll hit up the line. Ding, 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 ding. I need a burrito to go. You hear? You get what I'm putting down? Exactly. No, what's that going on? Phone presidential debate. I did tell you I was going to let y'all know about that. But I told y'all on my random rants. I did watch the whole thing. I did not. Y'all can't tell me Donald's not funny. Donald he's a whole key to me too. Donald's a whole key to me. And Donald has said, because they was talking about healthcare. Donald has said he gonna come up with something. They said, what you gonna do about healthcare? You know, because you was talking about Obamacare and you said Obamacare not that good, so what you gonna do to fix it? And he's basically like, don't get me. And when I say don't get me the line, I mean, I'm not going to say verbatim what he has said. I'm just going to sum it up. Cliff notes. Donald has said he going to come up with something. And it's like, okay, Donald, what's the something? You know what I mean? Like, what's the something? What's the plan? And he's like, I'm going to come up with something and it's going to be even better. Keep in mind, he's not telling us what the something is yet, right? So I'm because I thought y'all, boom. When it comes down to like, I was part of a debate team, and also like with my major, I didn't be knowing what's like going on, and like, boom, they were talking about my homegirl because he had mentioned my homegirl because he had said he had fired my homegirl, and that's not really my homegirl, but I had to do in one of my classes, I had to study her. And I think I told y'all if I didn't, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Miss Man is a whole key. What's her name? Liz Cheney. He had said he had fired Miss Ma'am. Back to the what's it called? Let me finish what I was saying about the whole yeah. So basically he's like with healthcare, he's just like, I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna give y'all something that's gonna be better. Then it was a whole key because they was like, how do you feel about Israel and Ukraine? Not Israel, I messed up, my bad. Israel's Hamas. Ukraine and Russia, that little toxic couple dynamic. They was like, how you feel about Russia and Ukraine? He was like, I'll get it solved before I even get into office. Donald, do that shit now then. What you talking about? Like, what you talking about before you get in office? Okay, so do it. Like, I'm so confused. Donald's just not a politician. He's a businessman. Businessmen, they're good at negotiating. They're good at talking, and they're kind of like politicians where it's like they will lie to you to get their agenda across. But at the end of the day, like there's more that goes into politics. Like when it comes to politics, you gotta know history. You have to know facts. That's why it's just like I don't think non-politicians should be in office because like as an average American or like a business person who don't know nothing about politics or don't, I'm not saying he doesn't pay attention to the news because I don't know what that may be doing in his free time. But for the most part, it's just like if you don't know, you would think like Israel's the Today ordeal. And it's not just the Today ordeal. And people being, like I told you in one of my random rants, like they've been going at it. Like this is like a every other day thing. They really a toxic dynamic for real, for real. Like it's very much, and he's like over what they be arguing over land, and they've been arguing for a little while. And you're like, but what's the problem? What's tea? It all started in World War II when our good friend, not my friend, but somebody's friend, Hitler, he had took, when he had took them Jews and he did what he did to them Jews. So then when they went back to their land, it was just like, it was an influx of people going over there. And then it's just like, okay, cool, but like, this is our territory. And then Pakistan was like, hold on, bitch, hold on. It's like, hold on. I don't know about that. This is our land. So it's like, there's a little strip that they be arguing on. So yeah. It dates all the way back, and there's just a lot that be going to it. So that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes down to it, this is not like an overnight thing. And then I just know some of the girls were gagged because like, Hamas started it. Yes, they started it. I told y'all that in my random rant. Hamas started this altercation. Like prior altercations before they didn't. Like it's a back and forth thing. Like one day somebody starts it, the next. Not day, technically year, but you get what I'm saying. Like one day somebody starts it, the next day another person starts it. And it's just like, if they just been back and forth over this land. And at this point, get the land to somebody else. But the problem is you can't just give it to just anybody else because then you gonna have like, I'm telling you, you give the land to somebody else and Pakistan and Israel will damn near team up. You know what they say? They said, what's the saying? A friend of my friend, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. There you go, something like that. So it's very much, like if you try to get that land to somebody else, I bet you, I bet on a horse that you gonna see Pakistan and Israel link up like never before. Cause who is very much given. If you can't have it, no one can. And I dare somebody else to pop up in this altercation thinking otherwise. So it's a lot going on. For the girlies who just like didn't know, yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, Trump is he's a hoe key. He is just such a hoe key, bro. He is such a hoe key, and then y'all over here laughing at the back like he's like they're eating the dogs and the cats. Baby, I couldn't stop laughing. Because there were so many little TikToks about it. So many people made TikToks about it. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Yeah, Kamala, she did very much. She was very tactical. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I'm not even kissing her bum when I say this. When it comes down to politics, I'm the type to say something and you like, is she a Republican? And then I say something else and you're like, is she Democrat? I'm not neither. I just state facts. And to tell you how bad I'm not neither, baby, one year I voted for Kanye. Promise y'all. I think that was the last year I voted. The last year. Anyways, back to my girl, Liz, because I told y'all Donald had said, he was like, I ain't worried. Basically, Donald was like, I ain't worried about them folks you talking about because basically I cut ties with them. I'm the reason they lost their job. I really don't know what happened. From my understanding, Liz up and like not really retired. But she up and left because like she is Republican. Liz is a Republican girl and she's big Wyoming. She's the representative for Wyoming. And when I was doing my research on Miss Ma'am, first off, your family dynamic kind of messy, Miss Ma'am, but I love a good messy tea. You like how messy? I ain't trying to put her business out there or nothing, but I was doing my research because I had to type my paper for class. And you like, who's Liz? Okay, let me tell y'all the backstory. It's a backstory. It's a backstory. So, Liz, one of them girls. That's why I keep telling y'all like Liz, one of them girls, and Liz is one of them girls, all because her pappy. You like who her pappy? I want to say his name is D-I-C-K Chaney. Chaney. Is it Channing? Chaney? Butchering their last name like I'm a substitute teacher. Yes, I am. So Dick Cheney is her dad, her pappy. And he's like, okay, but who's he? Mr. Sir. I don't remember what administration he was from. I'm not gonna hold y'all because it's not that, like, I wrote it in my paper, or maybe I did the research and just it never reached my paper. I don't remember. But he was really locked in with one of them president boys. I want to say it was the Bush administration, or it could have been. Was it the Bush? I want to say it was the Bush administration. He was up there with them. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to politics, it's just like you working at a corporation and then making it to a CEO position. Big shit. So it's just like, that's why, it's like, Tim, you came a long way, G, because you skipped, Congress, Senate, you skipped that stuff, went straight to the White House. Yeah. Even if I didn't like him, which I don't really have a problem with Tim, that's still a big deal. Like, I'm gonna still give you your flowers, congratulations. Like, Trump became president, congratulations. Like, I ain't no hating ass little girl. Like, you get your flowers because at the end of the day, like, you top dog now. Liz Peppy was up there with the big boys. He was sticking and moving. Like, how like you go to a city and you like, who the ballers, the drug dealers, the who's who. Mr. Cheney was part of the who's who. Yeah, when you come visit the city, you tap in with him. Yeah. He was one of them. So that's her pappy, right? So Liz, I don't want to say she had did it because she was following her pappy's footsteps, because I don't know why the girl really went into politics, but this man went into politics. And Wyoming's one of those, like I told y'all, it was they a Republican state. The whole debacle, remember when like gay marriage was a whole thing? Like it was like a whole frenzy, like, oh my goodness. And the girls, the Republican girls was in uproar. I really believe a lot of Republicans are just old people. Well, majority of them. The extremists who like Trump, they really just be old people. And if they're younger people, they really just went that political route because of their family. It's just like, this is what, it's very much given like, I grew up and my mama told me, so I had did what my mama told me. That's what it gives sometimes. Because, a lot of times your parents do affect what your political stance will be. Like, they play a role in it. Whether you're gonna believe it or not, but they do. Very rarely will you meet like like, for example, a Democrat, like a family who's Democrat and then like the kid is Republican. It's very rare, but it does happen. Not too rare. It's like 75%. Like, you stick with your family's political party, and then that 25%, you just like, I don't really rock with what y'all rocking with. So that's what I'm saying. It's very rare that it happens. It's not too rare, but it's rare that it does happen. But it does happen. And I don't think I put setting spray throughout this whole thing. Hold on. Let me put some setting spray on. I just realized, like, usually I put setting spray as I go, and I have not. So Liz, homegirl Liz, so she was when she was coming up, she was on her little political thing, like, this man was on the come up, right? It did give her, like, remember, like, it's kind of like street cred, right? It's like, my daddy is El Chapo, so, like, by default, I'm that bitch. Exactly, that's what it gives. So, everybody's like, oh, Dick Cheney part 2, question mark, because Liz, anyway, maybe one day she's running, right? Not one day, way back when, but not too far away back when. And when it comes down to it, I hate, like, don't get me wrong, I always be talking about this stuff, but at the end of the day, like, you have to understand, like, slavery wasn't that far long ago, simply because, like, a lot of the people who were doing the lynching, they old as hell. They in retirement homes, they still alive and kicking. Like, a lot of this, like, they still alive and kicking. So that'll just put things in perspective on, like, how far yet close slavery was. Like, it's far down the line, but it's still close enough. Exactly. So, boom, let me get back to tell y'all. So, boom, Liz is running, right? And I don't think I put this in my paper, but I wanted to so bad because, like, I was like, damn. But, boom, So while Liz was running, she in Wyoming, and like I told y'all in I think it was my last random rant, that like when it comes down to it, what was I saying? Hold on. Sorry, y'all, if you're new here, I be blanking out sometimes. And I be blanking out because like I'll be telling y'all something but thinking about something else. What did I tell y'all in my last random rant? Oh wait, I'm gonna give it to it if I remember. Anyways, so Liz go ahead and she gets to running, right? She gets to running for the Wyoming girls. And she's like, we the people, whoopty whoopty whoop, giving the whole spiel, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff. And where's my pregnancy? And while all of this is going on, in the midst of all of this, while Liz is running, her sister, because she got a sister, Liz got a sister, but her sister's not really a political girl. Her sister's just a regular civilian, like you and me. Her sister went ahead and married a woman. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. And it's like, right now, it's not really a gag, because like, okay, that's not strange. But this was like right when the whole debacle, like I told y'all, with the gay marriages was. So it's just like Liz, being who she is politically, she was like, her campaign was, we don't really, I'm not saying she don't really like rock with them, but she's like, like, big question mark. Vote for me because we got to stand on our beliefs. And them old heads, the old Republicans. When I say old heads in this terminology, I'm talking about them old girlies. That's what I was gonna say. When I had told y'all my last run of rants, like only them old folks vote. So when it comes down to it, like lot of the votes that people be voting be coming from old people, like, and that's wild to me because no disrespect to them, but them old folks damn near be. And it's just like, damn, why are you voting on topics that you not even gonna be around to see come? Exactly. And that's why I just, that's why I really get into politics. I get into politics when like younger people start voting, like when the shift happens where it's like more young people show up to the polls than old people. When that kicks in, then I'm gonna start voting. And you're like, you gotta be the change. No. I just feel as if, why should I be the only person taking this shit serious? Exactly. If you don't care about your future, I don't care about your future. Exactly. So, like I said, old people be voting, right? And, because when it comes down to being a representative, like whether you do believe in it, you got to stand with what your people want you to believe in because you represent your people. If you don't represent the people, they will unelect you. And at this point, I don't think at this point Liz was an incumbent. And if you don't want to know what an incumbent is, it's just like, oh my God. An incumbent is just, I was going to try to make a reference to it, but basically think of an incumbent as someone who got the seat, like they have been empowered. Just think of it as a dictator, but as a representative. Yes. A dictator, a dictatorship is like this person runs everything. Yes. Think of it that way. Not to the extreme though. Not too extreme, but as a representative. So it's like this person has been running this state for I don't know how many years. And they're getting old. They've been here for some years. And then like when other people show up, like nobody really pays attention to the other person. It's like our homegirl Liz, I'm going to use her for an example, but our homegirl Liz been getting the job done. So we don't need no new person. That's basically what an incumbent is. The people be like, we don't need nobody new. So then they win each and every time because it's like they do their job to a degree where the people don't mind them staying. Exactly. But if you don't play your cards right, you will get kicked out of that position by people. And when I say by the people, we know we talking about these old heads because y'all young folks don't be voting. So it's like, exactly. So boom, right? All of this is going on. Liz's sister gets married. To the lady. Oh my gosh, y'all. So boom. She get married to the lady. So this is just like, whoa. And I told y'all, them old people, because old people they still, when it comes down to it, they still stuck in their belief system. Old people aren't really used to change, and I feel like that's what the Republican Party is. It's just a whole bunch of old heads who they're not really, I don't want to say they're not ready, but they just like, when it comes down to change, they're not open to it. There you go. They're not open to change. Majority of Republicans, because I keep telling you, I be talking to Ian everybody when we come off the life, but majority of Republicans, they're not really open to change. They just, they stick with the whole like notion of it's not broken, so let's not fix it. You know, not saying everybody, but majority of them. That's the ideology. If it's not broken, why fix it? So this happens, y'all. My homegirl Liz had to drop out. I don't remember what her reasoning was. Maybe she said it was family, but Liz, girl, family. I don't think she said it was family. I don't remember why she said she dropped out. Yeah, long story short, long, Liz dropped out the race. But my girl came back the following year, busting, and then she won again. And then around the time I did my research on her I want to say is around the time she left, because that's when Trump was in office, or maybe he was getting to be in office. All I know in itself is Liz was like, basically she can't stand. I don't want to say she can't stand Trump, but she's just like, Trump is messing up the system. Not like in her exact words, but like basically like he messing up the system because he don't really know what he's doing, He don't really know what he's doing. And then this is the whole key. Donna, I don't know who was getting you ready for your debate. You should have hired me. You should have hired me or something. And like I told y'all, I don't really got no sides when it comes down to it. But somebody didn't get him ready well enough. Maybe they was trying to set him up, or maybe he just didn't, because Trump just very much gives me like, I don't need no way. Don't touch me. Don't help me. Back the fuck up. That's what he gives, but I don't know. So he has said, but yeah, so he has said that, but it's just like Liz, around the time I was doing my research on this man, she was like, I can't stand for this. I just can't stand for this. He's tearing down what we built. Yeah. Liz married with kids. Yes, she is. This man was one of them girls. Okay. So boom. That's that. Talking about abortion. And they was like, well, so basically the Spectator is just like, well, Donald, your views have changed a lot. Okay. Your views on the topic, it's not consistently changing because it's like fairly the same. But at the same time, how do you feel about it right now? That's basically what he has said. And Donald has said, he was like, you know what? I don't really have too much of a say on the matter. That's kind of what he like. That's kind of what he said. He's like, I don't got too much to say on the matter. We got big changes coming. And then they was like, okay, but Vance has said, and he's like, who the hell is Vance? Vance is Trump's VP. And he's like, what happened to Trump's last VP? His last VP was a military dude, but then towards the end of Trump's little like ordeal, remember it was like, I think it was like June 7th or like July 7th, whatever day the riot happened. When the riot happened, that's when him and like Pence, I ain't gonna lie, I think you got Botox. I'm not, no shade, no tea. When I just watched the presidential debate, your face was just too stiff for me. I'm not like, that's what I'm saying, no shade, no tea. It just, your face just look hard. You need to smile more. Loosen up your facial structures. Like, it's, like, I gotta meet RBFA, so I understand people. But yours is like, I can't, just smile more. Smile more. Maybe that'll help loosen it up. I don't think I've ever seen that man smile. Never. But anyways, because he was a military man. So Pence is like, I can't stand for this. I can't stand for all this rioting. So then he really started at this point questioning Donald, because it's like, you kind of an extremist. I fought for this country. I don't know about all this little shindig type stuff that you got going on here. Like, I was here for a good time, not a long time. Okay. So, boom, he got Vance. And Vance is like, he basically on some like, you know, um, we pro-life over here. Vance hardcore pro-life till the day he died. Okay? And Trump said, he said, I don't really know. Cause they had said what Vance had said, you know, like, I think they had read back what Vance had said, or they like cliff noted. I don't know how they did it, but they had said what Vance had said. Trump said, I don't know. I don't know about Vance. We have to talk about it. We didn't really talk about it. How did you not talk to your VP about it? Aren't you? That's what I'm saying. Like, whoever helped Trump out was not helping him, because aren't you and your VP supposed to be on the same page? And I believe that they are on the same page. To be honest, I really feel like Vance is just a pawn in all this. I think Trump just needs someone who's a yes man, who's like hardcore. We in this together. I think he's just like, you know how I tell y'all about arm candy? I think Vance is just an arm candy politically. He's just a political arm candy. I really think that's what he is. And I'm not saying like, you know, he don't got his own thing going on, but Vance just very much gives like anything Trump says. That's what he just gives. Or it's either that anything Trump says, or he's one of those like, you know how like with celebrities there's groupies? He's either a groupie and he just wants to be like seen on TV, and he just, oh my goodness, I'm next to Trump, and Trump is like, you know, controversial. So like, you know, we one of them. Or he's just arm candy. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something off about him. There's something off about him. There's something off about him. I can't put my finger on it. So yeah, basically Donald was like, I gotta talk to Vance. I don't know. Me and Vance, you know. And it's like, I don't think that's good for you to say that you gotta talk to your VP. As someone who's supposed to be locked and on the same page, you telling us that you have to talk to your VP very much is, I think he was BSing. I think he was BSing. He reminds me of me when I be telling people like off the wall things about me. Like it, there you go. For example, you like, what you mean off the wall things? For example, like I'll say something and you apply something else. Like I'll be like, remember we was talking about last get ready with me, and I was like, I be telling dudes like, you're such a gentleman when they do nice stuff, you know. And some of them will imply that it's just like, oh, she ain't never had this before. I'm big dog for real. Whole time that's not the case. I'm just being sarcastic, like not sarcastic, but it's like a compliment. Like, oh, it's like a thank you, but not a thank you. I don't know how to put it. So very much, Trump could have been given like, me and Vance got to talk about it because he was avoiding the question, or he's just using Vance because he needs a VP, because he just needs a VP. That's what I'm saying. Like arm candy, he just needs someone to be there. But to be honest, like he don't really need you to be there. So boom. Then they had asked him. They was like, okay, so this Project 2025 thing. Trump said, I don't know what y'all talking about. He pulled a Shaggy. It wasn't me. They can't really make me hate Donald because, like I told y'all, Donald, the reason I admire Donald, I admire him when it comes down to some business aspects, because were some of his stuff like unmoral, yes. But when it comes down to it, the only reason I really say I can admire him politically is because he made y'all pay attention to politics. Because without Donald coming into office, a lot of you, I don't think you fully grasp, and I said this on one of my random rants, a lot of you were just like going with emotions, and whoever makes a decision makes a decision. But because he was saying outlandish things and like he wasn't aligning with a lot of your beliefs, then you started paying more to politics. And to be honest, I love that. I love that. It took I don't want to call him a nut job, but it took someone like, you know, and I really believe that people put Donald in office simply because it's like they knew him for being wealthy. They just thought like a wealthy businessman could get us to where we needed to be. But they wasn't paying attention to this man. It's just like, think about like some influencers where it's like, all you know them for is wig and makeup, right? And then they open their mouth and I don't like this one. This one's a little tangy. Exactly. You like, it's not tasting right. Exactly. Donald is that when it comes to politics. Okay. So yeah, it just, a lot of y'all didn't like how he was talking, but it's like he already in the White House now, so you can't really do nothing about it. And then, you know, like I told you, he got a taste of a little power, and then it's like he found out, like, you know, because he, don't get me wrong, Donald knew he had a fan base, but Donald just gives me like, I like people feed my ego. I'm gonna get on camera too. I'm gonna get on camera. Hold on now. Hold on. So Donald, he just likes the compliments. I told you he got an office, got a tad bit big headed, and now it's like he want that power back. And I say that because Donald has said, his words not mine, he did not lose the presidential debate. And my thing is like, Donald, if you didn't lose, then how the hell did Joe get there? Huh? 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 Oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying. This man is a whole key for real. Like, I be delusional, but like, baby, the proof is in the pudding, and you still delusional? That's my type of delusion for real. Me and Donald would get along so well. That's my type of delusional. Some of y'all and Donald would get along so well too, because y'all just as delusional as him. And sometimes you gotta be that way for real. Sometimes you gotta be that way. And this is why I say Donald got an ego thing going on, because this happens with a lot of men with ego. And I say this as positive criticism, friend. I knew you had an ego on you. I've been new for a while, but what really sealed the deal was while you were debating, you kept like trying to rebuttal what Kimberly said to get your point across. Whole time, like she was saying some things that she was saying to get under your skin, and you wasn't fully grasping the fact that she was getting under your skin, and you was letting her get under your skin, and that's because she was hitting your ego. Okay, and you know how you really get a man riled up. A man, I don't even know, like, because you can't really classify them as little boys, because some like grown man will do it too. And that's what happens when your ego goes unchecked. Where when your ego goes unchecked, like you think you're too saucy and forget to come back to reality. For example, in life, like, you know how I be telling y'all, like, have your own stuff going for y'all as females, because like what a man won't do for you, do for yourself. Like, only if you gonna ask once, and if you don't do it the first time, get the fuck out of his face. Exactly. And that's just what Donald was doing. It was just very much like he's just used to people feeding his ego, like being around him, and it's like people that are around him always need him. So it's like now Miss Man was just like, she was just saying outrageous stuff, and it's like I don't have too many people talking back to me, females, because it's always the opposite gender when it comes down to ego. When it comes to men's ego, they don't really have a lot of females checking them on their BS. So it's like when you check them, they get real defensive. The healed ones, they probably talk it through, or they just nonchalant, just push it off like, I don't give a fuck, get out of my face. But the ones without like a checked ego, they gonna get real defensive. And Donald was getting so defensive. Baby, he was getting real defensive. I don't think they prepared him for camera. And I don't think it wasn't really too much of a preparation though. It wasn't like too much of preparation needed for camera. But at the same time, it's just like, I feel as if whoever got him prepared didn't shed light on his weaknesses. And that's what you need. Like, you need someone in your corner who's going to shed light on your weaknesses, so you know what your other opponents see, because you sometimes can't see what everybody else sees. You know what I mean? To Kamala. Now, Kamala, what she had did was literally typical politic behavior. Some of the questions they asked her, I think, because I had read this book in my political science class. I had read this book, and to be honest, maybe it was called The Art of War, War in the Fog, something like The Fog of War, something like that, baby, something like that. I can't remember the book's name, but I remember like concepts in the books, and I remember some notions that the book talked about. And basically, there's ideology where when you're getting interviewed, right, and they ask you a question, you answer the question how you wanted them to ask it to you. Like, if I ask you, what's your favorite color? You could simply say, my favorite color is pink. But instead of saying my favorite color is pink, you'd be like, you know what? There's a lot of colors in the rainbow. And to pick one, it wouldn't seem as right. Yellow's beautiful, but then that takes away from the beauty of green. You see how I did that shit? Because it's like, bitch, what's your favorite color? And if you're not catching on to it, you gonna be like, okay. I guess you answered the question. Instead of you answering the question of what's your favorite color, the question in a way where you're still able to answer it without fully answering it. And if you don't, like I say, catch on and pay attention, you're not really gonna catch that tactic. You know what I mean? But me, on the other hand, I know all the little slick tricks and tips, you know? Answering the question with a question, like all that stuff, you know? I got a psychology minor, plus political science. They be using psychology tactics. My homegirl, is it pathos? I want to say pathos is feelings, because it's ethos, pathos, and logos. Logos is logic. Ethos, I want to say pathos is emotions, because ethos isn't emotions. I think I remember, because I was like, E is not emotions, because it's easy to type emotions with ethos. But I really want to say pathos is emotions, but that's just me going off the dome, because ethos and pathos always confuse me in English. And she was definitely pulling on people's emotions in the notion, they was talking about, what's it called? Abortion. And she didn't do as much rebuttaling as Donald did, but she had mentioned, she said, what if, somebody gets raped, and they don't want that part of their life in their life. We're supposed to force women to have great babies. Not like the fruit. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Don't force it. But nonetheless, like, she was like, what are you trying to say? Asking him, but not really asking him, like, are you expecting women with grape babies to keep their kids if they don't want to? Like, what is that really saying? Or what about someone having a miscarriage? So with miscarriages, a lot of the times you don't carry the kid full term, and they'll force you into labor, and then you're basically pushing out the oft child. If you didn't know that, now you know. So, or they do like a C-section, but nonetheless, like, you giving birth to something that's not living type stuff. So she's like, in the sense of, when we think about, what's it called? She's basically like, when we think about those cases, are we expecting them to keep their kids, And what is she doing? She's pulling on human emotion, because as a regular human, assuming that you're not a psychopath, you tend to empathize with people naturally. So it's like, it's easy to empathize with people like that, because it's like, damn, that's true. Like, why would you want to keep, because basically if like abortion is illegal, you got to keep that dead baby in you the whole term. Like, you walking around with a life that's not there. So she's pulling on emotions when she said that. Then she starts being logical. And she's just like, why would I be against? She's like, why would I be against our Second Amendment right? And if you don't understand what our Second Amendment right is, the pow bears to pow. Bear arms. Right to bear arms. It ain't the right to pow nobody. It's the right to bear arms. But basically, she's like, why would I be against that when I own a pow? I'm like, girl, you own a pow? I was gagged. Oh, girl. She said, being Tim. Oh, bitch, for real? But yeah. So it just gave that, And she did get under his skin when she had said, and that was a tactical move. She got under his skin. That's what I'm saying. She got to his ego when she had mentioned his riots. That's what I'm saying. Like, the whole thing, other than like when Trump was talking and he didn't address a lot of the questions because it didn't seem like he was prepared, he got triggered by her saying your riots are not your riots. But he's so funny though. He said, they asked him about the riot and he said, I was just told to make a speech. Oh, somebody come get him, get this man. Okay, so going back to Canada. So basically he's like, he starts attacking her. He's like, my rallies are not dead. I said riots, I meant to say rallies. myself. He's like, my rallies aren't dead. What are you talking about? It's just like calling a dude broke. If you really want to get under a man's skin, you hit the ego. You dog walk his ego. That's why I say, like, that's going to hurt him. Like, you think that I got to wait for you to go get it. No, I'm going to go get it myself, you know? And it's either going to do two things when you do something like that. When you do stuff like that as a woman, it's either going to piss him off, and that's just letting you know, like, you shouldn't even be around him because he's unhealed as fuck. Or he's going to be like, you know what? My bitch got it like that. And that's going to motivate you. And it's like, okay, cool. Him. Keep him. Keep him, bitch. Keep him. The one that's not triggered by you doing your own thing. If anything, now he knows. Cause like, give him a second go. Cause maybe he was the first time he did it just to test you. But then give him a second go to see if like, now that you understand what you don't do, I'm gonna do for myself. You gonna start doing things for me when I asked the first time. And because that's what I'm saying. So yeah, Kamala, she was pretty tactical. And then like she had pulled this one stunt where they had asked her, I forgot what the question was, because they asked her about like her policy on healthcare, because they both got to answer about healthcare. They asked her about her policy, and she had like a little I don't remember if it was a full layout. I don't remember. I think it was, or if it wasn't like a full breakdown of what she intends to do. She has said something, very much something. So it's like, you know, I'm willing. And then she was empathizing with y'all when she was like, I'm for the middle class. The middle class always feels like they've forgotten about it. So she is empathizing with the middle class, like, I'm standing for you. Okay. She's telling y'all her healthcare policy. She talked about her policy on like border controls too. So boom, that was logos too, because she starts telling you. Did she say what she did or what she's gonna do? I think she said what she did as logos. Appealing to the logic, like, you're saying this is the problem, but da 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 I did da 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 da, like logically da 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 da. Here's the evidence to back it up. Exactly. So they had asked her a question, and she answered the same question that she had gave, referring back to her policy. And it's just like, she was kind of running around with her head cut off with some of the questions. And it's like, girl, not you answering that question. Girl, please. But you know me, I'm already know what's going on. So like, I can differentiate like, all that stuff because I'm already understanding all the little tactics and all the little, exactly. But for the most part, yeah, it was a complete shit show. Like I told you, I would be. I don't know if you was expecting anything different. You shouldn't have been. When you understand like politics can be boring. You know, if you don't know what to look for, it can get boring. When it comes down to like politics, it's a whole chess move, right? And it's a chess move because you want to get your political party in the right places. So when it comes down to making like policies into laws, you know, creating a bill, how a bill is formed, when it comes down to that step, it's easier to just bypass everything and get everything out smoothly. Because it's like the people who believe what you believe, they in the right places. And like the right places, House, Senate, Congress, you know, all that good stuff. Like if you have, for example, right, Donald, he has, I think the House has, or maybe it's 50-50 right now. I don't know. I didn't check recently. But like, I want to say at some point it was predominantly Republican in Donald's term. Don't take my word for that because I don't know. But I want to say for his term, it was predominantly Republican. So when it comes down to like passing laws, but Donald, his case is a little different because a lot of his Republican parties stopped agreeing with him. So even though he had people in the right places, it's all about them believing what you believe. And I told y'all, I don't remember where I told y'all, but I told y'all when it comes to politics, it's like a big game of high school. If you don't stand on your own beliefs, you will get bullied into believing something else. Or they be also like, hey, I know that we're going to say a ticket. I know that you got snorting lines and you got it in your possession in 2008, right? I'll wipe that from your record if you go in this, you know? So it's a whole mess. That's why I had said what I had said last time. I said, the U.S. got some corruption. Don't get me wrong. They're terribly corrupt, but at least they get stuff done. Okay. So, and then there's lobbyists. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. Like, we'll pay you some amount of money. And they don't just up and give them the money. No, they give it towards their reelection. So it's like, we'll give you some amount of money if you vote this way because we need this bill passed so we can screw over our customers. Okay? So there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it. Money talks. Money does talk. And you got to have the right people in the right places. So that when it comes about, like I said, when it comes down to politics, you just have to have the right people in the right places. And for Donald's case, it was a little different because some of his people stopped believing what he believed some way down the line. And they started, I don't want to say switching up on him, but they started switching up on him. And yeah. And I think that's why Santos, I ain't trying to be messy or nothing, but I think that's why Santos was acting the way he was acting. I think he was hard. Maybe he do believe the way he believed, but I think he was deriding. I think he wanted to show Donald he was hardcore Republican, and then Donald would choose him as a VP. I think that was his game plan. Don't get me to lying though. I think that was his game plan, and it backfired on him because now your people hate you in the Republican Party. The ones that are hardcore, diehard, they don't really rock with you like that. And it's because I hate to bring reality to perspective, but it's just like when this one black girl had called, well, she ain't called me. She had said, she basically had told me, verbatim, she said they wouldn't let you in the house. She had said that in my comments. She was like, they wouldn't even let you in the house. And I said, and you think they would let you in the house? Be for real. That's y'all problems. That's y'all problems. And there was some lady on TikTok talking about something. We need to bring back the KKK. And she was Hispanic. I'm not saying, when it comes down to, like I always say, if you like it, I love it. I don't really care what the hell y'all do. But I really need some of y'all to be, think straight. People don't fuck with you. I don't care how bad you want to flip it. You're a minority. Okay? Them hardcore girlies who are Caucasian till the day I die. Hard, heavy metal, blue jeans denim. Them hardcore lynching mob people, they don't rock with you. You need to, at the end of the day's going in, and I need you to remember what you are. Look at your skin. And remember. Okay? Okay. And I'm not saying the Republican Party. I'm just saying, the racist people. I bumped into a few in my lifetime. And, I always be asking them, what turned you this way? Because I be curious. I'm a curious little girl. And a lot of them would just be stories. A lot of them would just be family, following family roots. I be talking to any and everybody that's willing to talk to me. I don't really care for real. So yeah. It's a whole key. It's a whole key when stuff like that happens. Because it's Santos, no disrespect, but you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You're helping fight a cause that you're not even going to be a part of. That's the businessman in Trump. I'm not saying Trump had a say in it. I'm not saying he had a say in it, but businessmen will get you feeling like you one of them whole time. You're just a pawn in the game. Don't be a pawn in the game thinking you a player. That'll fuck you up. Okay? So, hey, but I always tell y'all, what do I know for real? What do I know? Anyways, yeah, y'all. So it was a whole lot. It's just a whole lot. That's why when it came down to who was in, okay, that's why it's who's in position right now when we're thinking about judicial leaders. That's why it's important who's in there because Donald, okay, I put because next to each other, but it's okay. But because Donald was able to put the people he was able to in the judicial system, meaning the Supreme Court, he was able to get Roe v. overturned because them his people. I get to elect who goes in there, and I'm gonna elect the people that think like me. So when I say extreme stuff, we think alike. Exactly. So it's that happened. Boom, right? Whatever. All that all in itself. When it comes down to being a president, that's what I'm saying. I said all that to say this. There's a lot that goes on, but towards the end of every president's election, what they'll do is like, this is my parting gift. And what'll happen a lot of the times is, think of it like you on your death, not even on your deathbed. You the Make-A-Wish Foundation, right? Think of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. A lot of them kids have cancer and they have to deal with chemo, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation is like, hey, we know you may possibly pass away. Possibly. You know, we don't wish that on nobody. But if you do pass it, well, you know, I don't know how it works. I don't know if it like you have to be passing away for them to help you make this wish, or if you like you just gotta be having counsel to make a wish. I don't know how it works. And I don't want to know how it works. Okay. Okay. So, but all in all in itself, they let kids, grown folks, whatever the case may be, it's like, what's your last dying wish? And a lot of them, it just be like, I want to go to Disney World. I want to eat this. I want to do that. And they'll like help sponsor you so you can do it. Like they'll cover the cost. I don't know if they cover all of it, but I know they cover the cost. Exactly. So boom, on that. And I said all that to say this. When it comes down to being president, it's kind of like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, where when you're president, all the stuff that you really want to get passed, you hold off until the end. And that's where being political comes in, because it's like, if Donald was strategic, he could have got a lot of things passed in his favor if he understood that. So it's just like, you don't fight as hard while you're in there for like, boom. One thing that Biden was trying to pass is like lowering house costs, right? The cost of living is really high. And people on TikTok was mad because it's like, all this time we've been complaining, now you just now passing it. This is why you got to leave. But it's like, that's why he's passing it. He's about to leave. This is one of those, like, this is my dying wish. And Congress, the House, all of that, they don't really care. You know why they don't care? The Senate, they don't really care. You know why they don't care? You about to leave. Hurry up and get it over with. A lot of the times, not all the times, but you tend to stick your big ones at the end because you know the possibility of it being passed is there. While you're in office, they still have time to argue. And if you waste a lot of your time in office on a certain topic, you just wasted your time in office. So a lot of the times, that's what'll happen. They they say if for the last spiel, that last lap, simply for this exact reason. The possibility of y'all passing this and it going through is there. Whether you Republican or Democrat, no matter where you stand. The notion is they about to go. Get on their last dying wish. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, when it comes down to it. And that's why I told y'all in my last running rant, a lot of citizens are in the same boat as immigrants when it comes down to not knowing anything about the U.S. system. Yet still we expect immigrants to jump through hoops. And I'm not saying immigrants are immigration is a problem in the U.S., but at the end of the day, like I told y'all on TikTok, America done sold the dream so well, and now y'all pissy because people want to come to y'all nation. You know what I mean? You can't be pissy. It's just like you going on the internet and telling everybody you selling a house and this house is gorgeous. Everybody wants the house, and then you mad because people are applying for the house. Why are you mad? What you pissy about? What you pissy about? Maybe if you make your country look shitty, maybe that'll stop them from coming. But y'all be selling, life is freedom. Y'all be selling the notion of freedom so much. A white picket fence, the American dream, y'all be pushing that. Maybe y'all been pushing that notion since America became an America. Now y'all pissy. There's too much people. There's too much less. Immigrants are the problem. And then saying immigrants are the problem is bad. That's a whole nother topic for another day, and we could really get into it because immigrants are stealing your job. I talked about that kind of sort of in my last random rant. Because what jobs? Some of you, no disrespect, you like to point the fingers, but you're just lazy. It's no disrespect. I'm just calling a spade a spade. And to be honest, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. If you know that's not the problem, you've been busting your butt, don't wear it. But you can't be mad because the immigrant got far because they put in blood, sweat, and tears, and you didn't get far. It's very much giving jealousy. You're jealous. But that's what I'm saying. If the shoe fit, don't wear it. That doesn't apply to everybody. But y'all really got to tell me what job they stealing. And when it comes down to it, stop listening to, I keep telling y'all politicians they're liars. Not calling them out, but politicians in general, they're liars. I can sit here and tell you these people stealing your jobs, and then you gonna look at statistics and it's gonna show your jobs aren't getting stolen. The jobs just don't want y'all. Y'all literally forget that. Like when you reach out to jobs, they talk to your last employer. A lot of y'all will quit without 2 weeks notice. And then you be rude to your employer. And it's like, okay, cool, they was rude to you, but at the end of the day, this is business. A lot of y'all don't have a business mindset, so you don't understand this concept. When it comes down to business, like you carry yourself a certain way because you have to understand businesses talk. Just like brands, and when it comes to being an influencer, they talk to each other. And that's why I don't understand when some of y'all get on this good internet and you be like, I'm gonna use them as an example, but no shade, no tea to them or nothing, because I've worked with them. So, cause I'm literally staring at their stuff. That's what I'm about to say to them. So it's like no shade, no tea to them. But it's just like, for instance, Mac. Like a lot of y'all come over here and be like, Mac sent me a product. A lot of y'all influencers be like, Mac sent me something. Whole time Mac didn't send you shit. You know what I mean? Like y'all be lying. And then it's just like, y'all act like some of these people stupid. Like they don't have a proper paper trail where they can get back and figure out who they sent what to. You know what I mean? So it's just like, or y'all do that with designers too, where it's like, you'll put on a designer and be like, oh, this designer, I work with this designer. And the designer will be like, some designers won't, or not designers, but like some brands just won't work with you because you're a liar. You know what I mean? And it's like, some jobs just won't hire you because you're a terrible employee. Some jobs just won't hire you off the strength of them just not wanting to hire you. Don't mean immigrants are taking y'all jobs. I need self-accountability to be something we work on this year, this upcoming year. Okay. Yeah. Love ya. One thing about me, I'm gonna trigger the fuck about you. But it's good. It's good. Like, you need to self-reflect so you can get far. Because if you don't do no self-reflecting and you always have a notion like, I do nothing wrong, you're not gonna get far. One thing about it, and 10 things for sure, I joke around so much. I just joke around so much. Am I serious? Am I not serious? Who really knows? I'm just a girl. I will talk to y'all later because I'm about to get ready. Well, get dressed, get ready. And I'm about to put this on my face. I told you I'm a football player today. Yeah, I thought I was joking.